people being isolated. Almost 2 million elderly people like to spend Christmas completely on their own. But it's also very, very difficult for people who have various disabilities, particularly those being deaf. More than 2/3 of people say they've actively avoided social situations because they struggle to hear, and it leaves them feeling isolated and depressed. And of course, this is going to be a very big issue at Christmas. Let's talk to Kim Ledbetter. She's from the Jo Cox Foundation. It's also sister, of course, to the late Jo Cox MP. Good morning to you, Kim.
Good morning.
Appreciate you joining us. I mean, again, this is all part of what the work of the Jo Cox Foundation, so you're bringing people together. And this is the thing, people can come along, come to the Christmas celebrations, in their 3 households and be very careful to be socially distanced. But actually, for a lot of people, whether they're elderly or not, people with hearing problems, they can feel isolated even when they're in the same room.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been working on the issue of loneliness and social isolation since Jo was killed, because it was an issue that was close to her heart. And what we've tried to do is broaden the discussion around isolation to think about people we might not naturally think about as being excluded or feeling lonely. And that's why it's brilliant to partner with Specsavers on this initiative around thinking about people who might be struggling with their hearing and encouraging them to get their hearing tested to enable them to engage a bit more in the festivities, whether that's online to make sure they can hear the fantastic family Christmas quizzes that are going on, or whether it's, like you said, that the 3 household get-togethers that we can actually do this year. It's just a really important subject to think about, those that might be feeling lonely.
And it is interesting. A lot of people don't realise you can go and get a hearing test like that. My mum recently got hearing aids in her late 70s, and it's been a real difference in terms of being able to speak on the phone more easily and being able to hear the telly and being able to take part in conversations. If you are somewhere that's busy and noisy, just not having the background noise. But the thing is, an awful lot of people they will go, well, I can't read properly anymore. I'll go and get my eyesight tested. But they often don't realise they can get their hearing tested and that something can be done about it. They'll just say, oh, it's just old age. But you don't have to live with it.
No, absolutely. And I think that's what people do. People think, oh, I'll just have to live with it. And you don't. You can go to Specsavers, you can get your hearing tested, and then they can give you a variety of different solutions.
Can I point out that other opticians offering this are available? I do need to point that out.
Oh, I'm sure they are. But yeah, you're right. You do. And my dad's exactly the same. So my dad is fine in one ear, but bad in the other ear. So we always have to, whenever we go anywhere, let's get on dad's good side so he can hear what's going on. And again, it does exclude you from social situations. The research has shown that people avoid going to places because they're conscious that they're going to miss out and they're not going to be able to engage. And we want everyone this Christmas to be able to join in with stuff, take part in our campaign, The Great Winter Get Together, reach out to your neighbours, connect with people who might be feeling lonely or isolated, and don't let issues with your hearing stop you from doing that.
Very wise words. Thank you very much indeed, Kim Ledbetter. Really appreciate that.